Ms. Escobar, can you hear us fine?
Yes.
All right, this is People v. Sanessa Escobar, file 25-7046 FH. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Full Secretary, Sheboygan County Prosecutor.
Noah Nightingale here for Ms. Escobar, who appears remotely via Zoom.
All right, so we're here for a docket call. I have in front of me a plea agreement for count 1, habitual second, dismiss hab 4 with a county jail cap for a sentence agreement. Is that how we're proceeding?
Yeah, that is correct.
All right, and you consent to the filing of the amended information changing habitual notice?
We do.
Do you waive its reading?
We do.
Okay, Ms. Escobar, would you please raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Put your hand down. Ms. Escobar, a guilty plea hearing is an important event. It includes the waiver of constitutional rights that you have. So please listen. If you have a question, go ahead and ask me. If you need to talk to Mr. Nightingale, you can just go ahead and let me know, okay?
Okay.
I have to advise you of the maximum penalty that you could face. The charge of prisoner possessing contraband in a jail is a felony punishable by 5 years and or $1,000 fine. But the prosecutors filed a habitual second notice, which would mean that your maximum penalty would be 7.5 years in prison and or $1,000 fine. Do you understand the maximum penalty by law for that charge?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole anywhere?
No.
And did you read and understand the rights listed on the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And you signed that form last week, it looks like?
Yes. I had
You gave Mr. Nightingale permission to sign it on your
Yes.
behalf? He reviewed all those with you?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for me or him about any of those rights?
No.
Do you understand if you plead guilty, you give up all those rights?
Yes.
And is that what you're choosing to do today?
Yes.
If I accept your plea, you give up any claim that it was caused by any threats or by any promises outside of the terms of the plea agreement. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Also, when you plead guilty, you lose the right to appeal. And if you wanted to appeal, you'd have to seek permission by filing an application. The types of issues you could raise on an appeal after a guilty plea are very limited, much more limited than if you were convicted after trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, the plea agreement provides an exchange for your plea to that charge I outlined for you. The prosecutor's dismissing the habitual fourth, and there's a sentence agreement for a county jail cap, which means that the maximum sentence that I could impose would be 12 months in the county jail. You could be placed on probation. If you violate probation, that's a different story, but there's an initial sentence limit on county time. Do you understand the terms of that agreement?
Yes.
Mr. Nightingale, is that a full, fair, and accurate statement of his terms?
It is.
Ms. Goodrich?
Yes.
Ms. Escobar, that sentence agreement for the county cap is not binding on me. If I didn't want to follow it, I would not have to. But if I decided that I wanted to send you to prison, I would have to tell you what my intended sentence was, and you would have the right to either accept that sentence or withdraw the plea. Do you understand that?
Yes.
There is an important exception to that. Let's say you don't show up for your sentencing, or you abscond on your bond, fail to appear, violate conditions of your bond, or you commit a new crime between now and the sentencing. Any misconduct like that would cause you to lose the right to withdraw your plea, even if I did not follow the sentence agreement. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Other than the plea agreement, has anybody promised you anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Has anybody threatened you?
No.
Is it your own free choice to enter this plea?
Yes, it is.
Knowing all this, how do you wish to plead the charge of prisoner in a jail possessing contraband, habitual second? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
So, Ms. Escobar, back on March 12th of this year, were you an inmate in the Sheboygan County Jail?
Yes, I was.
And that's located in Sheboygan County?
Yes.
And while you were an inmate in that facility, did you have possession of the controlled substance Suboxone?
Yes, I did.
And you knew that that was contraband in that facility?
Yes.
Did you, at that time, I'm sorry, have previous conviction for attempted uttering and publishing in 2023 in this court?
Yes.
Mr. Nightingale, you satisfied with that factual basis?
I am, Your Honor.
Ms. Goodrich?
Yes.
Mr. Nightingale, are you aware of any other promises, threats, or inducements?
No, and the court has followed the court rules.
Ms. Goodrich, do you agree?
Yes.
All right. Well, Ms. Escobar, I find that your plea is knowingly, understandingly, and voluntarily made, and that there is a sufficient basis in fact and law to believe that you're guilty of that offense. So I hereby accept your plea. Ms. Goodrich, any objection to continuing bond?
No objection.
Bond will be continued. You'll have to contact the probation department and schedule an interview so that they can prepare a report with recommendations for us.
Okay.
They a lot of times will do that over the phone or Zoom, but if they want to do it in person, you have to comply with what they tell you.
Okay.
And why don't we come back? Is any objection? We're a little short-staffed in the probation department right now. Any objection to putting this to the January 13th date for sentencing?
No objection.
Okay.
No.
All right, so we're going to schedule this then for sentencing on January 13th at 10:10 in the morning, Ms. Escobar, okay? So you'll have to be here in person for that sentencing, of course.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me or your lawyer right now?
So you want me to, so I got to contact the probation department, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is that Melissa? Is that her name?
No, that's over. And Mr. Nightingale can help you with the phone number for that, or you can call our office and give you the phone number for that. Okay?
Yes, Ms.
Okay.
Escobar, I'll text you the phone number for them in just a minute, okay?
Okay. All right. That works then. Everything.
Just make sure you
yeah.
call today, all right?
All right. I'll call
Okay,
today.
so Ms. Escobar, I do want to remind you with that sentence agreement for the county cap, it is very important that you comply with the bond conditions and appear for the sentencing. If you committed a new crime or violated bond or didn't show up for your sentencing, you would be risking a prison commitment, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Okay.
Ms. Taylor will be entering a plea to an amended charge of
Okay.
maintaining a drug vehicle in exchange of, in exchange for a dismissal of the original charge.
Okay, and do you consent to the filing of the amended information, including that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you waive the right to its reading?
Yes.
Can I just ask, we also had a show cause up today for some missed calls and tests. Before we kind of go down a road with that, do we know what's going on with that? Is that issue corrected? Is she testing? What's?
So, just for purposes of information to the court, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to waive any rights to a hearing or anything. I'm just wondering if there's a way to cut through that to see where we're at.
Yes, so
Solving that issue.
next week, she will begin testing with a probation officer out of Emmett County. So it's going to be through the court. So she will have a way to correct all of that, yes.
Okay. All right, Ms. Taylor, would you please stand and raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do,
Okay. And are you Elizabeth Ann Marie Taylor?
yes.
Ms. Taylor, a guilty plea hearing is an important event that includes the waiver of constitutional rights that you have, so I want you to listen carefully. If you have a question, go ahead and ask. If you need a minute to talk to your lawyer, you just let me know, okay?
Sir.
Now, I have to advise you the maximum penalty for maintaining a drug vehicle. It's a high court misdemeanor. It's punishable by a maximum of 2 years in prison and or a $25,000 fine. Do you understand that maximum penalty?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you can have a seat if you wish. That's fine. Ms. Taylor, are you on probation or parole anywhere right now?
Not until December 2nd.
Okay, were you on bond for any other case at the time of this incident?
No,
Okay. And did you read and understand the rights listed on the advice of rights form?
yes,
Do you have any questions for me or your lawyer about any of those rights?
No.
Right. And do you understand if you enter a plea, you give up all those rights?
yes,
Is that what you wish to do this morning?
yes,
If I accept your plea, you give up any claim that that plea was caused by threats or by promises not placed on the record today. Do you understand that?
yes, sir.
Also, when you plead guilty, you lose the right to appeal. And if you wanted to appeal, you'd have to seek permission by filing an application. But the types of issues you could raise on an appeal after a plea are very limited, much more limited than if you were convicted after a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, the plea agreement provides in exchange for your plea to the maintaining the original charge to be dismissed. Do you understand the terms of that agreement?
Yes.
Mr. Dick said a full, fair, and accurate statement of the terms of the agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Goodrich?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Taylor, other than that plea agreement, has anybody promised you anything to get you to plead guilty?
No,
Has anybody threatened you to make you? Is it
no,
your,
sir.
is it your own free choice to enter that plea?
Yes, sir.
Knowing all this, how do you wish to plead to the charge of maintaining a drug vehicle? Guilty, not, or not guilty?
Guilty.
And will the factual basis be the greater of possession in the car?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Taylor, back on May 13th of this year, were you in Sheboygan County?
Yes, sir.
And were you in a vehicle in Sheboygan County?
Yes, sir.
Did you have some contact with law enforcement?
Yes, sir.
And were you in possession of, was it methamphetamine?
Yes, sir.
Did you know that you were in possession of that substance?
Yes, sir.
Did you have any lawful authority to possess it?
No.
Okay, Mr. Dick, are you satisfied with the factual basis?
Yes, I am,
Ms.
Your Honor.
Goodrich?
Yes.
Mr. Dick, are you aware of any other promises, threats, or inducements?
No, Your Honor.
And do you believe that I've complied with the requirements of MCR 6.302?
Yeah.
Ms. Goodrich, do you agree?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Taylor, I find that your plea is knowingly, understandingly, and voluntarily made, and that there is a sufficient basis in fact and law to believe that you're guilty of that offense. So I hereby accept your plea. And what we'll do is we'll schedule sentencing for January 13th. Mr. Dick, does morning or afternoon work better for you to be here?
One moment, Your Honor. Not sure. It doesn't matter what days open, Your Honor.
Okay, well, we could do, why don't we do 11:10 a.m.?
She is getting sentenced next Tuesday in Emmett County Circuit Court, so PSI would be done. I don't know if Mr. Dick is also her attorney in that case, and
I am not.
Okay,
She
okay.
does
thought-
Peter Lyons.
that would just save her
Okay.
one trip, so I guess that wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay, okay.
If the court is willing to accept that PSI, I can have that discussion with Ms. Taylor. It may expedite things for the court.
I believe it was similar offenses, so.
Oh, well, yeah, well, why don't you talk with your client and the prosecutor about that if,
This, and
I mean, this isn't gonna result in a commitment. So
Okay.
if you want to waive an updated PSI, and just provide me with that one, but you'd have to get her consent.
yes.
Um,
And for the court's knowledge, this is all arising out of one day, one incident, essentially.
Okay. Well, do we want to just waive preparation of PSI then?
I have no objection to that under the circumstances and it being the same day.
With the court's statement that they don't intend to commit her.
Yeah, well, and I guess the question though is, are you looking, Ms. Goodrich, for a probationary term here?
Yes,
Then we will need a PSI. Yes, that there's a probationary order. Oh, okay.
well, I guess with her getting sentenced on similar charges in Emmett County, it wouldn't make sense for her to also be on probation here, so I guess I wouldn't object to.
We're back on the record and I discussed at the bench with counsel what was going on in the Emmett County case. And it appears she's going to be sentenced on greater offenses next week in Emmett County to a probationary term. Given that, Mr. Dick, any objection to immediate sentencing and waiver of a pre-sentence report in this file?
No, Your Honor, and that is with Ms. Taylor's consent.
Okay, Ms. Goodrich, any objection to that?
No objection.
Mr. Dick, anything you want to say on your client's behalf?
Your Honor, this Mrs. Taylor has no criminal history aside from this incident that arose from essentially one bad day of bad decisions, which led her to this point. That being said, I do not anticipate that you will see her here again based on my continued conversations with her. And I just ask that the court assess findings of facts in the matter.
All right, thank you. Ms. Taylor, you don't have to say anything today, but it is allowed. Is there anything you want to tell me or no? Okay, that's fine. She's shaking her head no. Ms. Goodrich, any recommendations from the people?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. The defendant is 32 years old and just has a 2024 retail fraud attempted retail fraud, third misdemeanor. I think that she probably would have been 7411 eligible had it not been for so many incidents in one day and having that case over in Emmett County. So that's pretty much sufficient punishment that the people are just requesting fines and costs.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Taylor, if you want to stand for the court sentence, please. I think, given that you're going to be on probation in Emmett County next week on greater offenses, that all kind of happened as one course of conduct from what your lawyer and the prosecutor are telling me. I don't really know much about this case, the details of your involvement, other than that you were in possession of drugs in the car here on this case. And I think with the maintaining being entered on your record, we'll enter a judgment of sentence on that, but I'll assess fines and costs only. There's $68 in state cost, $130 in a crime victims assessment, and $350 in court costs. That's a total of $548. Are you able to pay that today or no?
No.
Okay, you can set up a payment plan with my court staff office. And if you make reasonable efforts to pay that, then they'll work with you on that. If you don't make reasonable efforts, then you'd be subject to contempt of court for failing to pay. Okay.
Yes,
Now, if you wanted to appeal, you can file an application, as I mentioned, to the Court of Appeals. But if you wanted a lawyer appointed, you'd have to make that request within 6 months. We're going to hand you a piece of paper explaining that appeal process and ask you to initial one copy for us. So we have a record we gave it to you. And the other one is for you to fill out if you want to take an appeal. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, good luck to you.